If Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Well, it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously. It's like insane.
It's happening, guys. Celebrities are starting to leave the US. Ellen DeGeneres is reportedly leaving the US, headed to the UK after the Trump win.
Hold on to your seats because Joe Rogan and Elon Musk are pulling back the curtain on a jaw-dropping revelation. They're diving into the murky depths of Hollywood to expose the shocking truth about Diddy's alleged accomplices. Yes, you heard that right. Some of the biggest names in Tinseltown might have slipped through the FBI's fingers, and the details will leave you speechless. Could these power players really be untouchable? Let's unravel this Hollywood web of secrets.
If Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Could Ellen DeGeneres' unexpected move to the UK be more than mere coincidence?
That she's using this Trump win as an excuse to leave the country, when in reality, she's trying to get away because of the Diddy situation.
And what about Oprah Winfrey? Once considered untouchable, she's now rumored to have ties to hidden scandals.
We have to remember what this lady has done.
She has to be held accountable.
Then there's Leonardo DiCaprio and Ashton Kutcher, two A-listers whose connections to Diddy's infamous parties could be hiding some dark secrets.
Our relationship was really bizarre. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together. And he came over, and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you.
This goes deeper than anyone could have imagined. Connections, cover-ups, and the burning question on everyone's mind. Who's next? Let's start with Ellen DeGeneres, the talk show queen who shocked fans by leaving the US with her wife, Portia de Rossi, to settle in the Cotswolds, England. While close friends claim the 2016 election of Donald Trump was the main reason for their big move, the buzz isn't just about Ellen's new home. People are also revisiting her long-standing ties to Sean Diddy Combs and the controversies surrounding them both. During Diddy's appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show, the two had a casual chat about his famous parties. Ellen jokingly asked if she was invited to his birthday celebration, to which Diddy confirmed, saying she's always on the list. She just never shows up. But what stood out most from this lighthearted exchange was Diddy's nonchalant description of his events. He revealed that his parties typically kicked off around 9:30 p.m., which caught Ellen off guard, as she assumed they'd start much later, closer to midnight.
What time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
Diddy went on to explain that while the official party might wrap up around 2 or 3 a.m., the real fun continued on the top 2 floors of the hotel, where an exclusive after-party was held for his inner circle.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them.
Ellen and Diddy's on-screen chemistry initially seemed harmless. Him joking about his parties, her laughing along like a playful confidant. But now, people are questioning whether Ellen was merely pretending to be oblivious. Did she know more about Diddy's alleged dark side than she let on? Could her cheerful facade have been a shield for something far more sinister? It's not like Ellen's public image hasn't been under scrutiny before. Remember the infamous moment when Dakota Johnson called her out for lying about not being invited to a birthday party? That wasn't just an awkward exchange, it was a crack in Ellen's carefully curated be kind persona. Clips of her being cold, dismissive, and even rude to guests have resurfaced, leading many to wonder if the queen of daytime TV was actually the queen of mean all along. And that's just what played out on screen. Behind the scenes, former staffers have spilled tea about Ellen's alleged toxic behavior, describing a hostile work environment filled with harsh treatment. These revelations don't just clash with her sunny public image, they shatter it. The Ellen we thought we knew, she might have been a carefully crafted Hollywood illusion. Then there's her curious connection to Diddy. Back in 2016, she gave him a playful birthday shout-out, a moment that now raises eyebrows given the controversies swirling around him. Was it just an innocent gesture, or is there more beneath the surface? Happy birthday, P. Diddy Puff! Daddy Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle MC Snuggle stuff you don't need to know why. At the time, it seemed like a joke, but now people are revisiting it with raised eyebrows. Could it have been an inside reference to something darker? With all the recent revelations about Diddy's alleged secretive and unsettling lifestyle, nothing feels off the table. And then there's the even murkier side of Ellen's past, her romantic relationships. Whispers have circulated for years about her two late girlfriends, both of whom died under mysterious circumstances. Theories suggest their deaths weren't just tragic accidents, but may have been tied to Ellen's attempts to keep dark Hollywood secrets buried. And yes, Diddy's name surfaces here too. Could he have helped her cover her tracks? While these claims sound wild, the timing and connections have people asking serious questions. The most heart-wrenching part of this saga involves Steven Twitch Boss, Ellen's former DJ and close colleague. Officially, his death was ruled a suicide, but conspiracy theorists have latched onto the idea that it wasn't so simple. Rumors claim Twitch stumbled upon incriminating footage of Hollywood elites, potentially linked to one of Diddy's infamous parties. Allegedly, this discovery made him a target. Could Ellen have known about this? And if so, what role did she play? These theories are undeniably chilling, even if they remain unsubstantiated.
That she's using this Trump win as an excuse to leave the country, when in reality, she's trying to get away because of the Diddy situation.
With Diddy reportedly cooperating with federal investigations, speculation is swirling that Ellen could somehow be implicated. If authorities start connecting the dots between her, Diddy, and these disturbing allegations, the fallout could be catastrophic. Arrest isn't off the table, which might explain why Ellen and Portia suddenly fled to England. A cozy countryside cottage might offer some peace, but it certainly won't stop the rumors. And just when you thought the story couldn't get stranger, Elon Musk added fuel to the fire. When a tweet hinted at Ellen's abrupt departure being tied to a scandal, Elon responded with a single cryptic emoji. That's it. One emoji, but it was enough to send fans into a frenzy. Elon isn't known for meaningless posts, so what exactly was he implying? Could he know something we don't? Shifting gears, even Oprah Winfrey, a long-revered symbol of integrity, isn't escaping the storm of allegations. Rumors are spreading that Oprah might have connections to Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. Allegedly, federal authorities have called on Oprah as part of their ongoing investigation. Instead of addressing the rumors head-on, Oprah has reportedly left the country. While her official reason is to avoid the drama surrounding Trump's re-election, many believe she's steering clear of the heat tied to Diddy's case. Adding another layer to this unsettling saga, Ali Carter, one of Diddy's alleged victims, released a video making shocking claims. She alleged that Diddy assaulted her and confirmed the existence of secret tunnels supposedly leading to Diddy's notorious Playboy mansion. If true, these revelations could unravel even more chilling details about what's been hidden in plain sight.
Ali Carter has just made an affidavit of truth that she turned over to the feds against Diddy and other celebrities about how she was allegedly abused at a Playboy Mansion party.
And he wasn't the only one. In a document, she revealed numerous names of regular attendees at these infamous parties. And shockingly, Oprah's name was on that list. According to Ali, Oprah is just as serious a criminal as Diddy. She even went so far as to predict that Oprah's arrest would follow Diddy's.
I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
But how did Oprah, a media icon and humanitarian, find herself entangled in this chaotic mess? For years, whispers have circulated about her alleged attendance at Diddy's infamous parties, and her ties to controversial figures don't end there. Take her once close friendship with Harvey Weinstein, for example. Old photos of Oprah cozying up to the disgraced movie mogul have resurfaced, sparking questions about her knowledge of his actions. Many believe Oprah, despite her immense influence, chose to remain silent about Weinstein's behavior until his public downfall. Critics argue that she could have used her powerful platform to support survivors much earlier. And that's not the only questionable connection. Oprah also endorsed John of God, a Brazilian spiritual healer whom she once called a miracle worker. In 2010, she even featured him on her show, skyrocketing his fame and giving him instant credibility. Millions around the world watched as one of the most trusted voices in media validated this man, helping him gain an even larger following. In hindsight, her support has left many questioning her judgment and accountability.
This is an interview I wasn't sure would ever happen. One of the most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera. John of God agreed to sit down with me under a mango tree.
But here's where things take a truly dark turn. Fast forward a few years, and the horrifying truth came to light. John of God was running a massive human trafficking operation. This wasn't just small-scale exploitation. It involved abuse, SA, and the manipulation of vulnerable women who trusted him to heal them. The crimes he committed were nothing short of unspeakable. What makes this even more unsettling is Oprah's connection. She didn't just mention John of God in passing. She actively praised him on her platform, giving him the coveted Oprah seal of approval that the world recognizes as a stamp of trust and credibility. People believed in him because they believed in Oprah. By featuring him on her show, she essentially handed him a megaphone to reach more victims. He wasn't just an obscure healer anymore, he became Oprah endorsed, which gave him the kind of legitimacy most predators could only dream of. The ripple effects of that endorsement are both chilling and tragic.
As a medium, he's a spiritualist. He believes a great deal in God, and he practices this mission.
Now that the horrifying truth has come to light, it leaves us with some serious questions. Did Oprah truly have no idea what was happening with John of God? Or did she turn a blind eye because he fit neatly into the spiritual wellness narrative she was building? Let's be honest. John of God's abuse wasn't some small, hidden operation. He was running a full-scale trafficking ring under the guise of spiritual healing. It's hard to believe that someone like Oprah, with her vast resources and connections, wouldn't have at least heard whispers of what was going on. The rumors were out there. If we're aware of them now, how could Oprah, with her influence and extensive network, not have known back then? And if she had even an inkling of the truth, why did she continue to endorse him? On the other hand, if she truly didn't know, how is that even possible? Oprah is renowned for being thorough and hands-on with her projects, making it difficult to accept the idea that she was completely in the dark. By featuring John of God on her show, Oprah didn't just introduce him to the world, she legitimized him to millions of viewers. Her endorsement gave him unprecedented credibility, making people believe he was a miraculous healer they could trust. Tragically, instead of finding healing, many of those people became victims of unimaginable crimes. Oprah's influence unintentionally gave him more power to prey on the vulnerable, and the fallout from that is deeply unsettling.
Do we all have the possibility in our own way to be a medium for God?
Todos nós somos médium.
Everybody is a medium.
When we talk about human trafficking in South Africa, it's easy to feel detached, as if it's something happening far away. But this was someone Oprah, one of the most trusted figures in media, brought directly into our living rooms. How many women were drawn to John of God because they saw him on Oprah's show? How many fell into his web of exploitation, believing he had to be legitimate simply because Oprah trusted him? If Oprah had known the truth, could she have stopped him? She had the platform, the resources, and the global reach to expose him before he destroyed more lives. Instead, by featuring him on her show, she amplified his reputation and gave him access to even more victims. Oprah didn't just validate him, she inadvertently became part of the chain of events that enabled his crimes. Now, knowing what we do, it's hard not to wonder how many lives could have been saved if Oprah had dug deeper or used her influence to reveal the truth rather than promote him. Her connection to John of God raises uncomfortable questions about her responsibility in all of this. While she may not have been directly involved in his crimes, her endorsement undeniably played a role in enabling his operation. When you're Oprah, ignorance isn't an excuse. With great power comes great responsibility, and in this case, her influence helped a predator thrive. And then there's her $40 million investment in a girls' school in South Africa. The Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls was born out of a noble dream to empower underprivileged young women by providing world-class education. Oprah personally selected 152 students for the academy, pouring her resources into building an institution that symbolized hope and opportunity. Yet, even this endeavor has not been immune to controversy, adding another layer to the complex narrative surrounding her legacy. What began as a beacon of hope quickly descended into a series of shocking scandals that tarnished the school's reputation and raised serious concerns about the safety of the girls in its care. One of the earliest and most troubling incidents involved Virginia, a 27-year-old dorm matron accused of inappropriate behavior towards students. Reports revealed that she had harmed at least 6 girls, aged between 13 and 15. This revelation not only damaged Oprah's reputation, but also cast a shadow over South Africa, which had embraced her initiative with pride and optimism. Critics were quick to argue that Oprah's failure to establish a fully secure environment for the students directly contributed to the harm they endured. When the allegations came to light, Oprah didn't stay on the sidelines. She immediately flew to South Africa with a team of investigators to confront the situation head-on. It was evident that the news deeply affected her. In an emotional statement, she expressed her heartbreak and determination to seek justice, saying, "It has shaken me to my core. This is one of the most devastating, if not the most devastating experiences of my life." Oprah personally met with the affected students, determined to uncover the truth behind the troubling allegations. However, the legal system failed to deliver justice. Virginia pleaded not guilty, and despite the seriousness of the claims, she faced no accountability for her actions. To make matters worse, Virginia later filed a defamation lawsuit against Oprah, alleging the accusations were false. Though Virginia's legal troubles eventually ended, the storm of scandals at Oprah's school was far from over. The academy, envisioned as a safe haven for young girls, became the center of more disturbing incidents. Not long after the initial scandal, the school faced another alarming situation: physical altercations among students. One particularly shocking case involved a 15-year-old girl who allegedly threatened and intimidated classmates to silence them about what was happening. Reports revealed that this student told victims not to share their experiences with parents or investigators. As a result, 7 students were suspended for harassment, bullying, and inappropriate behavior. A letter sent to one of the suspended students' parents detailed the severity of their actions, which included intimate physical contact, dishonesty, and intimidation. These revelations raised critical questions about the school's environment and its ability to protect its students. How could such behavior occur in a place designed to uplift and empower young girls? But even after these incidents, the most shocking scandal was yet to come. Less than 2 years after the Virginia debacle, authorities discovered the body of a newborn baby on the school premises. Hidden in a backpack, the newborn's tragic fate sent shockwaves through the media. The incident revealed deeper systemic issues within the academy, including the lack of adequate support systems for students facing personal crises. Critics argued that while Oprah's intentions for the school were noble, the execution fell short, leaving students vulnerable to harm. These repeated scandals led many to question Oprah's judgment and oversight. Some critics pointed out the stark contradiction between her own harrowing experiences with abuse and her inability to create a truly safe environment for the Academy's students. And then there's Leonardo DiCaprio. In the late 90s and early 2000s, DiCaprio was a regular attendee at Diddy's infamous white parties, exclusive events requiring an all-white dress code that attracted Hollywood's elite. Unearthed photos from a 1998 party at Diddy's luxurious East Hampton home show DiCaprio laughing and smoking, cementing his presence within this high-profile circle. In a 2018 Vogue interview titled 73 Questions with Sean Diddy Combs, Diddy gave a tour of his home and reminisced about his legendary party days. When asked who his top guest was for these iconic gatherings, Diddy didn't hesitate. Leonardo DiCaprio. This revelation underscored DiCaprio's prominence in Diddy's inner circle during the height of his infamous party era.
But who's the person that's number one on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Diddy's white parties were the epitome of Hollywood glamour, drawing A-listers from across the entertainment world to his waterfront mansion each summer. Once celebrated as a symbol of glitz and exclusivity, photos from these legendary gatherings are now being revisited under a darker lens following Diddy's recent arrest. In one photo from a 1997 white party, a young Leonardo DiCaprio is seen lounging in a white t-shirt and shorts, casually smoking a cigarette, while Diddy stands nearby holding a bottle of champagne. These images, once emblematic of carefree celebrity life, are now circulating on social media as people reconsider the context of these events in light of allegations against Diddy. Claims have emerged of him orchestrating exploitative, freak-off parties and abusing women at his gatherings. Fast forward to December 2019, DiCaprio made an appearance at Diddy's 50th birthday celebration. Photographed dancing alongside Diddy, it was one of the last times the actor was publicly seen with the music mogul. Sources close to DiCaprio have since clarified that he has had no contact with Diddy in years and was never involved in the more scandalous events now under investigation. The source emphasized that DiCaprio's attendance was limited to Diddy's earlier parties, which were more about networking and socializing, not the alleged darker activities that have since come to light. Leo has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. The source stated firmly that while DiCaprio may have enjoyed the occasional Hollywood party in the early 2000s, he has long moved on from that phase of his life. They were big house parties, not freak-offs, the source clarified. The same insider emphasized that DiCaprio is now fully focused on his career and personal life, dismissing any claims linking him to Diddy's current legal troubles as purely speculative. However, even DiCaprio's name hasn't completely escaped the shadow of another scandal: Jeffrey Epstein. While there's no direct evidence tying DiCaprio to Epstein, his name did surface in court documents. Johanna Schoberg, one of Epstein's accusers, mentioned DiCaprio in a deposition, recalling that Epstein would frequently name-drop celebrities like DiCaprio, Cate Blanchett, and Bruce Willis during their interactions. Schoberg clarified that she never personally met DiCaprio or Blanchett, but noted that Epstein often bragged about his connections to them, sometimes during phone calls made while receiving massages. Despite these tangential links to Epstein and his past association with Diddy, it's evident that DiCaprio has kept his distance from these scandals. His connection to Diddy seems rooted in attending high-profile events years ago, well before the darker allegations about Diddy's private life came to light. Sources close to the actor maintain that he has no involvement in the current controversies and is focused on his career and personal life, steering clear of the chaos surrounding Diddy. Meanwhile, another celebrity being called out as a potential accomplice to Diddy is Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher's growing friendship with Diddy during the early stages of his Hollywood career reportedly played a significant role in shaping his public image, adding another layer of intrigue to this unfolding narrative.
Our relationship was really bizarre. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together. And he came over, and I was like, I'm going for a run. He's like, oh, I'll go for a run with you.
So, how did these two connect? It all started with Punk'd. You remember that prank show on MTV, right? But Diddy didn't stop there. He also produced several seasons of Making the Band on MTV, where aspiring stars competed for their big break. During this time, Ashton and Diddy were frequently spotted together at events, parties, you name it. Ashton was even a regular at Diddy's iconic Labor Day white parties, including the one in 2010. These exclusive events, where everyone dressed in white, were known for their glamour and, let's be real, probably some wild antics behind the scenes. Here's an interesting tidbit. When Time magazine named Ashton one of the 100 most influential people that same year, Diddy couldn't hold back his praise. He gushed over Ashton, saying, "Ashton Kutcher is a sounding board for me like me. He's a mogul, a new media mogul, but we're like yin and yang. I'm in your face, and he's all cool and suave." Fast forward to 2019, and Ashton found himself on Hot Ones, getting grilled by Sean Evans while tackling fiery wings. Naturally, the subject of Diddy's legendary parties came up, and let's just say Ashton hinted at having plenty of stories he couldn't share.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, can't tell that one either.
With Diddy now facing charges ranging from trafficking to racketeering, Ashton Kutcher has been making efforts to distance himself from the controversy. A source revealed that Ashton and his wife, Mila Kunis, are unlikely to offer any public support for Sean Combs. There is no way in hell Ashton or wife Mila Kunis will be showing any sort of public support for Diddy right now. Combs, amid the recent lawsuits filed against him, which include allegations of SA, harassment, and trafficking, has found himself under intense scrutiny. The insider stated, regardless of Ashton's long history with him, he has distanced himself from Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit, and even more so in the wake of the new ones. The insider added that Mila Kunis has made it clear she won't allow Ashton to have any contact with Diddy, especially with Ashton reportedly expecting a subpoena due to their 2-decade-long friendship. However, Ashton Kutcher isn't entirely innocent in all of this. Just last year, Ashton and Mila were knee-deep in controversy thanks to some resurfaced clips that reignited backlash against them. This criticism stemmed from their public support for Danny Masterson, who had already faced legal consequences following serious allegations.
As Danny Masterson has just been sentenced to 30 years to life in prison and has been ordered to register as a sex offender. A jury convicted the actor on 2 counts of...
As these revelations continue to surface, one question lingers. Just how deep does this rabbit hole go? Hollywood's power players have long thrived under a cloak of secrecy, but with figures like Joe Rogan and Elon Musk bringing these issues to light, the cracks are becoming impossible to ignore. That's all for this video, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye!